Hmm. I don't know if this is working, but maybe it is. Or maybe it isn't. No. Window capture. Oh, there it is. This one, I don't know what that is. Yeah, let's delete that. Video capture. We're gonna move that up. Are we streaming is the real question. It looks like it. Alright, let's start the Instagram. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Little late today. Little late. Test. That's all right. I think all of the people who aren't watching can forgive me for that, probably. Oh, here we go. There's Carrie's watching. Good morning. Good morning. Ferocious Flame. Cool name. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Thanks for popping in for a few seconds. I'm sure most of you will be gone very soon. But thanks for popping in for a little while. Anyway, so we got our ESL Q&A going on today. All right, so if anybody has any English questions, be sure to ask. I am Man of Steel 1 says hi. Well, hello. Hey, Man of Steel, Superman. And then Ferocious Flame says, where are you from? I'm from the United States. Texas, specifically. So, yeah. I'm from the U.S. Where are you from? Yep, any ESL questions is the real question. Let's see. Aditya wants to join the call, but sorry, I'm not doing that right now because seems to not be working quite the way that I want it to be. So, yeah, I don't know why it's all weird on me. It's all weird. So I used to be able to see who was calling and like what they were doing, but now I can't. Don't know. Nancy T. Bryce is from Florida. Interesting, right? Usually people from Florida don't need to watch an ESL Q&A or an English Q&A live stream, but if you have any English questions, be sure to let me know. Ferocious Flame is from India. Love from India Heart. Typically, we'd say it's something more like this, Ferocious Flame. We'd say, love, okay, this is in Chinese, love from the heart of India. All right, something more like that. Anupriya Official. Do you have an unofficial? That's the real question. I'm unofficial. Thanks for coming. Ask your ESL questions if you've got them. Okay, now also keep in mind that we're streaming on YouTube as well, and so if I make any examples or draw anything or write anything down, you'll be able to see it on YouTube. Okay, because I still can't live stream on Instagram and YouTube. SP2943948. Thanks for coming. Give you a little wave. Anybody? Does anyone have any ESL questions? Someone's sending hearts. That's always appreciated. Thanks. I don't know why so many hearts and fire. It's interesting. It's like, can you send? How much time takes to learn English? Okay. That's a do question, right? How much time does it take to learn English? There's a little bit of a, just a little correction for you. I'm not trying to be judgmental, but I am an English teacher. Hey, Alexander. He's someone's watching on YouTube. How unique. Hey, Alexander. Hey. What's going on? What's up? He's one of my actual students. All right, so rare. Hey, Alexander. If you got any questions, please let me know. So he's a pretty advanced student. So he might have some interesting questions for us, or not. You don't have to ask questions. So I am Man of Steel. Breakdown. What does breakdown mean? Breakdown has multiple meanings. We'll go over that. Let me write that in my little note up here. Breakdown. All right, there's actually a lot of different types of breakdown. I am MKH1. Hello, thanks for coming. So I'm Man of Steel. He's asking, or they, I don't know, he, she, they're asking how much time it takes to learn English. That's kind of a tricky question, actually. Right, how much time does it take to learn English? Well, I guess that would depend on what level of English you want to have, how much you want to learn, how much time you have to study, right? But generally, I would say for any language learning process, if you're taking it seriously, your whole life, forever, right? Me, I'm an English teacher. I am still learning English too. Okay, does that make sense? Right, I started my master's program a couple of weeks ago. I'm learning all kinds of new vocabulary right now. Professional jargon, but I'm still learning English. Right, but I have a student who came from Cuba to Florida, and he's doing a pretty good job with his English. I mean, he's speaking, listening, but he says that he's only been really seriously trying to learn for about a year. And he has made a lot of very good progress in a year. But, hey guys, I see several people just joined, waving at you, recognizing that. Thanks for coming. He's learned a lot of English, but he's got advantages, right? He's in a native speaking environment. He's in an immersive environment. He's also studying and practicing a lot. He gets a lot of opportunities to practice, right? So you can learn conversational English pretty fast, but it really requires a high level of motivation. Yeah, pretty high level of motivation. But he's very, very motivated. He's going through a job interview process right now. I think he actually had his interview yesterday. So where is that YouTube? Alexander says, nice, thank you. Okay, yeah, cool. No. Thank you for coming. Hi, hello. Thank you for coming. Das Ritam and Kavitajan. Gunita says, hello, which is the best way for learning new words? Wow, that's a nice specific question. That's a good one. So I would say there's three things that we need to keep in mind for learning new vocabulary. Okay, I'm going to write this one down, right? Learning new words. Learning new words. Number one thing that we have to keep in mind is most normal adults need 20 to 30 repetitions in different contexts. Yeah, I spelled that right. So you want to speak the words, you want to hear yourself saying the words, you want to write them down and then read them. Okay? So just repeating the word, say you're trying to learn the word repetition. Just saying repetition 20 to 30 times, that's not going to do it. You need to understand what that means and try saying it. How would you put repetition in a sentence? right? I don't want to just repeatedly say repetition, because that's not going to help, right? My friend was learning the word repetition, and so he repeated it many times. Right? You want to get different contexts, 20 to 30 repetitions in different contexts. You want to engage as many different areas of your brain. You want to hear yourself saying it. You want to say it. You want to read it. You want to think about it. Okay? So that's number one. Normal adults need 20 to 30 repetitions. Number two, second thing to keep in mind is your review period, right? The review period is very important. Okay, let's new vocab review period. There's some pretty good research about this. Gosh, I can't remember what it's called. There's like a special term for this. Spaced, yeah, here we go. Spaced interval review period. The spaced review time. So let me show you this really quick. There's other graphs that are, here we go. This is a good one too. Let's zoom in on that a little bit here, right? So you see this has been studied quite well. All right, so when you first read the word, okay, or you're first working on it, you've got that 100% retention because you're doing it right now. Right? Your first repetition is within 18 minutes. Okay. So you immediately, within 18 minutes, you've only got a little bit above about a 50% retention rate for any new information, really. So you want to repeat and, do some review within about an hour. Second repetition, again, now if you did that first review, you've got maybe about a 70% retention rate, and this still goes down over time. All right, still goes down over time. So you want to have spaced repetition. So the second review is about a day later. Your third review is about 7 days later, right? Your fourth review is about 31 days later, and then 5 months later. So your review periods and spaced review times, very, very important for retention. Okay? So let's write that down, right? Our review periods. Review periods, first, 30 minutes. Second, 1 day. Third, what was that, 3 days? 7 days. 7 days. And fourth, 30 days. All right. And fifth is sometime within 3 months. Now, this is for very high retention rates. Right? You really want to remember the heck out of it. Then that's how you want to do it. Spaced repetition and spaced review periods. So that's science. Okay? And then number 3, just practice. So, I Am Man of Steel says, no one speaks English where I live, so how should I learn? All right, well, talk to yourself. Okay? Practice. This can be with self, others, online, whatever others. This is an awful H. That looks super ugly. Let me fix that. Gosh, why can't I do an H on this damn pad here? Others, right? Self, others, online. This is something I talk to people on the live streams about pretty frequently. Linguistic shadow boxing. Right? If you don't have anyone to talk to, think of your own conversation. If someone said this, what would I say to that? If I said that, well, how would they respond? If they respond this way, how would I say this? How would I do that? Right? You can think of a whole conversation for yourself. Right? Maybe don't do it out in public. People will think you're crazy. Maybe. But, you can definitely review all by yourself. No problem. Okay? Shadowboxing. Mood Jasir is asking, what's shadowboxing? What does shadowboxing means, right? So let's see. Let me just What does shadow boxing mean? All right, got to put that question mark on there. Shadow boxing. This is it's a martial arts technique, right? So that you can practice your sparring without a sparring partner. All right. So just thinking like, okay, if someone threw this punch, how would I react to that? What can I do? Or if they do this punch and this kick, or whatever. It's a martial arts technique, so it's just imagining an opponent and how that opponent would interact with you and how you would react to that. All right? So linguistic shadow boxing would be imagining that you have a conversation partner. How would they talk to you? What would you say in response? And how would they respond to that? Right? In English or whatever language you're trying to learn. Whatever. So really important is this review period. All right, really very, very valuable information. This is why I've been taking a lot of notes when I'm reading my books for my master's program, because I then review the notes a few days later. So I typically will review my class notes and my reading notes before reading any new chapter. I could be doing a better job. I'm not doing the best job on retention and review, but I am reviewing some. And that's the most important thing. Let's see if anyone's talking on YouTube, huh? Nope, not yet. Oh, look, someone's joined. I think we have 3 consecutive viewers on YouTube now, which I believe breaks our record. That's a record, people. 3 consecutive viewers on YouTube. Okay. Now, let's get rid of this linguistic shadowboxing stuff and all this review stuff, and let's get into Carrie's question about breakdown. All right. Someone asks, what does breakdown mean? Right, well, that's an interesting phrasal verb. Breakdown, actually, you know what? This can be a, let's type this, actually, because my handwriting is awful, and I know it. I know my handwriting's not good. So, quote-unquote, breakdown can have multiple meanings. It can be an adjective, a phrasal verb, or even a noun. Okay? Adjective, phrasal verb, noun. You can do all of that. Hey there, Salam. Thanks for coming. Abu, thanks for coming. So, we're going to go over a few of the meanings of breakdown. We're going to break down a few of the meanings, right? Ha ha ha. So, Des Ritam says thanks. You're welcome. I don't know. Thank you. Thanks for coming. So did I answer one of your questions? I don't remember. I don't think you asked one, did you? Let me check. No? Well, anyway, you're welcome. Thank you for thanking me. I appreciate that. Anyway, so let's talk about maybe some of the phrasal verb meanings of breakdown first. All right, so to break something down, separable, transitive, phrasal verb. All right. Jennifer wants to join, but again, right, I'm not doing that anymore because I cannot see what people are doing anymore. I don't know why I can't see what they're doing. But, I have a lot of people, not a lot, but I have a few people that send me extremely disgusting and inappropriate videos and pictures. So, if I can't see what people are doing, then I can't let them join the live stream. Sorry. So if you have a question, you're going to have to type it down. Sorry about that. I can't trust it anymore. I can't see what people are doing, and I can't hang up on them either. So, it's totally out of my control now. Don't know why, don't know what happened. Maybe I changed some setting or something, or I don't know, maybe it's something I did. But, it doesn't work that way anymore. Oh, I gotta turn this fan on. This computer's getting hot. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I am not consistent. Not consistent with your practice or with your review. I mean, that's fine. Not everyone's consistent, but just try. Try your best. I'm not as consistent as I want to be either with my practice and review. So, yeah, me either. We can all do better. All right, but don't be hard on yourself. Just try. That's all we can do. So, to break something down, or to break down something, this means to explain it more fully or completely, to try and help someone understand it if they're having trouble. Right? Example. Oh, well, duh, right? Sometimes my students have difficulty with certain grammatical concepts. So I do my best to break down those concepts for them to make it easier. Or I do my best to break those concepts down for them to make it easier, right? So kind of thinking about breaking it into smaller pieces. We're going to explain it more simply or more easily to help people understand. We're going to, separate some more complicated or difficult process into smaller steps to make it easier to understand or do, right? Fixing your car can seem like a hard job and really complicated. But if you break it down into smaller steps, it's not so bad. All right, Ludwig Frederick, thanks for coming. Yeah. If you have any ESL questions, you just let me know. All right. Right now we're talking about breakdown and some of the meanings of breakdown. Right, but unfortunately, you can't see what I'm typing or writing unless you watch on YouTube. Okay, but hey, it's recorded, so it's always going to be on YouTube anyway. Right, so you can watch the recording later. Okay. Submit a comment if you have a question. Okay. The typing sound tells me that you are pretty good at typing skill. If I can type like you, I have no need to study more, especially in my country. Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, I can type pretty fast. I mean, it's not 100% accurate all the time, but let's see. When I was 16 to 18, I worked in a grocery store. When I was 18 to like 22, I was working in an internet technical support call center. So, lots of typing. All right. Then I had a job in a pizza shop for a while. No typing there. Then I graduated from university. I got a marketing job. Lots of typing there. All right. I was kind of account manager. So, lots of typing. I got to type notes, stuff like that. Now as a teacher, again, lots and lots of typing. I did a lot of writing in university too. I was a philosophy and psychology double major, so lots of papers, lots of typing. All right, gosh, yeah, I've got many years sitting at the keyboard. Sometimes I wonder, I think I might type faster than I can talk. Maybe. So, it's like I try to test it, but it's hard. How do you test that sort of thing? Like, I don't know. My normal speaking speed, I think, is slower than my normal typing speed. Isn't that weird? Yeah. Anyway, how can I talk to a native for free? Well, I know there's websites, right? Chat Roulette and Omegle. I think those are free. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. Well, let's Google it. Are Chat Roulette and Omegle free? It's free, available website or an app. There's some extra purchases. They're non-essential. Okay, yeah. So Chat Roulette and Omegle, you can chat with native speakers for free. But you better be careful, because there's a lot of weirdos out there. Yeah, you can run into some pretty weird stuff on Chat Roulette and Omegle. Okay, you can run into some pretty weird stuff. I would also encourage you not to act all crazy or weird yourself. Let me define that, right? Crazy, weird. Maybe don't threaten people and don't take off your clothes, right? Or if you're being threatened or if someone else is taking off their clothes, leave. Okay? So keep that in mind. Yeah, keep that in mind. Yeah, so there's places you can do that sort of thing, no problem. On Reddit, you can find communities of people that are trying to like talk in different languages. You can do a language exchange community. Absolutely. All right, if you speak Hindi, guarantee you there's a lot of English native speakers that are trying to learn Hindi. So you can find Reddit communities where they get into contact with each other and you practice speaking English with them for maybe 20 or 30 minutes, and then they practice speaking Hindi with you or whatever your language is. I don't want to assume that it's Hindi. It might not be. So yeah, just keeping that in mind. Yeah, you can talk to people on those websites, and it doesn't cost anything, except maybe your sanity or your privacy. All right. Hey, here's Prince. Hey, Universal Prince. Thanks for coming. The live stream isn't a live stream without Prince in there. He's my #1 follower. Don't anyone get jealous. It's just a fact. All right, Universal Prince is #1. Prince, I've been real busy with my school stuff for the last week. I know you've got more questions on that question video that I haven't answered yet. I am going to do it, hopefully tomorrow. I'm just really busy with stuff right now. Okay, so I'm sorry. Yeah, if anyone has noticed, I'm not posting as much. I'm not doing as much. I have a higher priority of school right now. Okay, so I'm still here. I'm still doing the live streams, and I'll still help. It's just I'm not going to be as responsive. I'll comment on YouTube. Please check. Sure. Checking right now. No one's commenting yet, but okay. Now, Prince, 1 or 2 questions at a time, all right? 1 or 2 at a time. Let's talk about breakdown a little bit more. Okay, we're going to talk about breakdown a little bit more. So we're breaking something down, break down something. That means to explain it in more detail or in smaller pieces. All right, sure. Now, what else can it mean, huh? What the heck? I didn't mean to do that. My thing is all weird. Okay, no, please. No. Where's this little arrow coming from? Stop it. Get out of there. There we go. That's better. So that says a phrasal verb to break something down. Okay. If we use it in the past participle, broke down. That could be that. Okay, broke down or broken down. All right. Hey, Mundals. I said lots of S's on that one. That's fun to say. Broke down or broken down. Broke down is another phrasal verb, or broken down is kind of an adjective, idiomatic adjective. Okay. Phrasal verb, idiomatic adjective. When something stops working or quote unquote breaks, right? I was driving to my parents' house when my car broke down. All right? My car stopped working. It broke. Or I was driving to my parents and then my car stopped working. It's broken down. It's broken down, right? Now that's the adjective form, right? Describing the car, the state of being broken down. Mundals says, "Hello, sir. What's going on? You know, just hanging out, doing some live streaming." And Amritak, thanks for coming. Right now, I'm kind of just going over a few definitions of breakdown, right? So, break something down, broke down, broken down, right? So, yeah, just having a few, just going over a few of these, and then let's talk about a blank blank breakdown. All right, so this is a noun. We can have an emotional breakdown. Okay, so a breakdown. This is when you have some sort of momentary instability of your mood or something, right? Like you could have an emotional breakdown. That means a short period where you have some extreme emotional reaction to something. Usually you're going to be very upset. All right. I got some very bad news from my mom and had an emotional breakdown. Or my friend was too stressed at work and had a breakdown. Right? Yeah, broken down. Can we say not functioning properly? Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely, that's what it means. Do you want to try a sentence? Give me an example sentence. Come on. Give me one. You know I love it. Hey, there's Prince. How to use to meet you halfway and to eat humble pie. Sure, yeah, all right. Eat humble pie. Yeah, we can talk about that. Who has no support mentally? Well, to have a breakdown doesn't necessarily mean that you have no mental support. It just means that in that moment, you're having an extreme emotional reaction of some kind. Does that make sense? All right, you could still have support, emotional support, and have a breakdown. It's just because you're experiencing some sort of very intense or extreme emotional reaction for a short period of time. Okay? So, but yeah, you can, someone can help you. You're like, oh, you had a breakdown. Oh, come on, let's go clean you up, and I'll take you out for some lunch, and we'll talk about it. Right? Something like that. You can have emotional support and still have a breakdown. All right? The gift of gab. Oh, that's funny. Hey, look at that. We've got 4 people watching on YouTube at the same time, simultaneously. 4 simultaneous viewers. That definitely is breaking the record. Yes. Thank you. We've done it. All right. That is quadruple, 4 times our normal viewer count, which is 1. Where are you from? Mood Jasir says, where are you from? I have to leave now. Here in my country, the time is 12 o'clock a.m. See you tomorrow. Dang, sorry. Yeah. Well, I'm from the U.S., Texas. I'm in the Central Standard Time Zone. We're going to be changing. We're going to be going forward 1 hour, I think, next month. So then the timing will be better for you next month. Okay? Sorry about that. Yeah, I really try to make the timing work for as many people as I can, but I also can't sacrifice paid lesson time for it. So it's kind of a balance. Okay, so we've gone over 3 different versions of breakdown, broken down, a breakdown, and again, if you ever want to review this information, you can always see it on YouTube. I have a link tree to the YouTube channel directly in my Instagram page. Right, it's right up at the top. Or you can just look up Need Help English on YouTube. Okay? Okay. All right, so I'm going to delete that, and we're going to talk about some of Prince's questions, because Prince always has some excellent questions for us. I can always depend on Prince for that. Thank you so much. That is a true relief. I was really concerned. I was like, uh-oh, I hope Prince shows up. If that way I'll have some questions to answer. But everyone else has been pretty consistent with questions too, so that's good. All right. Okay. Now, let's see here. Prince is saying to meet you halfway. Eat humble pie. The gift of the gab. Let's take these in reverse order. Okay? Reverse order on this one. So, I'm just going to type it because my handwriting is, it sucks. And I can't write as fast with my hand as I can type with my fingers. So, the gift of the gab. Gab. What could that mean? So first we're going to have to know what it means to gab. All right, this means that you have the ability or the propensity to talk a lot. All right. Sometimes we would refer to them as being a chatterbox. More formally, we can call them gregarious or loquacious. Loquacious. I didn't spell that correctly. How do we spell loquacious? Loquacious. So there's a C. It's a C in there. Hey, Naveen. Thanks for coming. Right now, we're going over a few idiomatic language questions that Universal Prince had. Okay, but if you have your own questions, be sure to ask. Okay, we got another, we started 5 minutes late, so let's say we got another 25 minutes of streaming time. All right, so ask your questions if you have them. So to gab, that means you talk a lot, right? Or gabbing is talking a lot. So if someone, okay, here we go. This is different definitions, right? So if someone has the gift of the gab, sometimes we would refer to them as being a chatterbox. They're gregarious, they're loquacious. Someone with the gift of the gab is able to talk a lot and isn't shy about doing that. Right? They're very talkative, gregarious, or loquacious. Okay, that's got the gift of the gab. All right. Example. The James from Need Help English definitely has the gift of the gab. He's very talkative and loquacious. All right, sometimes maybe a little bit too much. All right, maybe a little too much sometimes. I don't know. All right. So that just means you talk a lot. Okay, let's see if anyone has any comments about that. No? No? Okay. Who do you know that has the gift of the gab? Or who do you know that is talkative or that is loquacious? All right, loquacious is very formal language. Very formal. Gosh, I'm getting a little hungry. I might have a banana. All right. So everyone, you're going to have to forgive me. I think it's technically a faux pas to eat on the live stream. Does the gift of the gab have negative connotation? Well, I mean, I guess it could, depending on who's saying it. If someone is saying it in a venomous or sarcastic way, sure, we could say that it has a negative connotation. But they're calling it the gift of the gab. Calling it a gift would directly imply that it's not negative. All right? calling someone a chatterbox is more, yeah, so like chatterbox, and also we could say motor mouth. These have more negative connotations. But it really just kind of depends on the context, who's saying it, how they're saying it, what is the situation, you know. So yeah, it's I would call this kind of neutral, but closer to positive, more often than not. But if someone's a chatterbox or a motor mouth, then yeah, then that's going to be more directly negative. So Jennifer says, my brother, he is very talkative. Sure, great, yeah. My sister could say the same thing about me. I am very talkative. Yep. Interesting question there, the Prince. A politician or a great speaker orator speaks very well. Can we say they have the gift of the gab in a positive way? Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, definitely. Because they're gifted at doing something, right? They are good at that. We're saying that it's a gift. The gift of the gab. Yes, absolutely we could say that. Yeah. Some unsuccessful politicians usually do not have the gift of the gab. Right? They're not good at speaking. So that's not beneficial for politics. All right. Let me just grab a quick banana here. Yeah. Banana, ooh na na. Half of my stream is eating bananas. You know I love bananas. Banana, ooh na na. Uh-huh. Banana. Give me 1 second here. 1 second. Let me just get my... No one likes this part of the banana, right? Let's get rid of that. These little stringies. No one likes the stringies. Why am I so meticulous about these bananas? Okay. Banana, ooh na na. Okay. Now, let's keep going. He had other questions. To eat humble pie. All right. Okay. So, this is kind of an interesting one. To eat humble pie. This is typically when someone who is overconfident or perhaps, I don't know, just like full of themselves, is then humbled. They are publicly and embarrassingly why can't I spell today, huh? What is wrong with me? There's no A in publicly. What the heck is wrong with me? Voice is amazing. Well, thanks, right? I mean, only one person's listening, right? So if you have a record company, go ahead and give me a record deal then. Right? No, I like singing. I think it's fun. If I ever get around to making my next series of videos, then a lot of those are going to be about pop songs and kind of idioms and other things in pop songs. So it'll give me an opportunity to sing, just because I like that. Half of my mouth is full of banana. They are publicly kind of like put in their place, or publicly shamed, or somehow shown to be very wrong or mistaken about something. All right. Example. The politician politician ate humble pie when his immigration policies were shown to damage the country. All right. Sure, sir. Right. You okay? You got a record company? Yeah. You just send me the record contract, and I'll sign it for. Just give me a couple million, right? The politician ate humble pie when his immigration policies were shown to damage the country. Or my friend had to eat. No, let's just say me, right? I had to eat humble pie when someone told me that I was wrong about some grammar that I was teaching. Right? Pretty rare for me to be wrong, but there are plenty of times that there are special exceptions or special use cases or other things that I don't think of. But hey, I also can be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. Okay? Although the politician has the gift of the gab, I believe actions speak louder than words. Though the politician has the gift of the gab, I believe actions speak louder than words. I am right there with you, Prince. I don't really care what you say or what you're talking about. To eat our words and eat humble pie similar in any way? Yes, absolutely. If you have to eat your words, that means that you were shown to be clearly false, wrong, misleading, or lying, perhaps. And having to eat your words is definitely a humbling experience. So that is to eat humble pie too? Yeah. Lots of overlap there. Very nice. Nice pointing that out, Prince. Good job. Now, to meet you halfway. To meet halfway. Or meet someone halfway. This could also be to meet in the middle or meet someone in the middle. Baby, why don't you just meet me in the middle? I love that song. Maybe I should do that song for one of the I'm losing my mind just a little. Oh, why don't you just meet me in the middle? In the middle. Yeah, this is a negotiation term. Usually, it's a term used in negotiation to indicate a compromise. All right, I want 100 of this. You want 100 of that. Let's meet in the middle, and I'll give you 50 of this, and you give me 50 of that, right? It's a compromise. It's a invitation to compromise, right? Baby, why don't you just meet me in the middle? All right, so it's like we're having trouble agreeing on this because we both have opposing points of view. So let's both give something up so that we can come to an agreement. All right, does that make sense? Meeting halfway. Meet me in the middle. All right. Oh, lost a YouTube viewer. They didn't like the singing. That's okay. Thought, the politician, not thought, though, not thought. So yeah, meet me in the middle, meet in the middle. Prince asks, is there any rule that we should say nice to meet you at the beginning and nice meeting you at the end? Or can we use them interchangeably? Yeah, it's fine. You can use them interchangeably. There might be some more formal rule for more formal language there, but it's fine. You know, I think it is more common to say nice to meet you at the beginning, because that's kind of like a present simple, right? So it's just like something, a statement of fact. It is nice to meet you. Jon Snow has joined. You know nothing, Jon Snow. Ask me some ESL questions if you know nothing, Jon Snow. Sorry, I had to say it. You know, it's awful. I know. Jon Snow, I love it. So, what was I saying? I forgot. Yeah. So nice to meet you. Like that's kind of just like a general statement of fact. So very present simple. But if we're using meeting you, right, then we would say it was nice meeting you. All right, so then we're kind of talking more about the entire process of the meeting in the past tense now. So it's, can we use them interchangeably? Sure. No problem. We can. Is it more normal to say nice to meet you at the first meet, and then when we're leaving or in the past tense it say was nice meeting you? Yeah. But we can also say it is nice meeting you at the front, and it was nice to meet you at the back. Also fine. All right. Well, we got another one here. Prince is asking, what is the polite way to ask what someone is doing? I mean about their work. So, Prince, can you clarify that question a little bit for me? Are you saying that you want to ask someone what they do for work or what their job is? Or are you trying to ask them what they are currently doing now at work, right? Like what they are currently working on. So are you trying to ask them what their job is, or are you trying to ask them what they are currently working on? At the verge of end, we try to meet each other. What do you mean by that, Jennifer? I don't get it. At the verge of end, we try to meet each other. Can you rephrase that, or can you explain? Is that a question? I'm not really sure. Yeah, sorry. That one confused me a little bit. I mean, can we directly ask, what do you do for a living? Okay, yeah. Well, you know, that's actually a pretty nice way to do it. That's pretty formal sounding. What do you do for a living? All right. Fahit Osup and Ibra something have joined, but you know, someone wants to, and Lax Midiv. Thanks for coming, everybody. But I'm not going to answer the call anymore. I don't do it anymore. Sorry. All right. I can't see what people are doing on the call. And when I try to hang up, it doesn't work. So I don't have any control over it anymore. I don't know why. I don't know what I did. I don't know what happened. So sorry. I'm sorry I can't do it. But if you have a question, you can type me the question. Sorry. Why? Well, I was just saying why. It's because I can't see what people are doing anymore. And, sir, English need help. Okay, you need some English help. That's fine. Ask me the question. All right, type it into Google Translator, translate the question, and paste it in here. All right, also fine. I'd love to help you. All right, but, yeah, I'm not doing the calls anymore because I don't know what's going to happen. Right? Something weird, probably, maybe. Right. Yeah, I would really, really rather prefer if people could call, but for some reason, Instagram, it used to put my picture on top and then the caller's picture on the bottom, and I could see what they're doing, but I can't anymore. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know what I did. I must have changed a setting or something. I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know. Let's see here. What do you do for a living? No one gets hurt if we say that directly. No, it's completely fine. All right. Fahid says, I am friends with benefits with a girl, but I'm afraid she's going to catch feelings. What should I do? Well, Fahid, that's not really an ESL question, is it? That's more of a life question. Or some sort of, I don't know. This isn't like a general advice line, okay? But if you're interested in my opinion, personally, I think honesty is usually going to be best. So maybe you should tell her that. All right, don't tell me that. All right, it's none of my business. So, and Pensiava is here. Hello. Thanks for coming. So, Fahit, if you have English questions, please let me know. Okay? After the next sexual encounter, I'll tell her this. Well, I mean, that sounds, that's up to you, buddy. All right, so let's see here. Report. So if you keep this up with all that kind of talk, Fahit, I'll block you. All right, because most of the people here, I don't think that they're interested in your sex life, and I'm not either. Okay, so quit it, or I'll block you. Those are your options. Now, if you have an ESL question, please be sure to ask. K. Clay says, hi, how are you? Well, I'm pretty good. Right, I got a guy asking completely inappropriate questions for an ESL live stream. But other than that, pretty good. All right, Fahid, I don't want to hear if you're sorry or not. I don't care. Stop, or I'll block you. Okay? Don't apologize to me. All right? So, keep that in mind. I'm not really interested if you're sorry. And I don't think anyone else is either. All right? Go somewhere else with that. That's not what I do. I'm an English teacher. All right? So this is part of the reason why I'm not accepting calls anymore. All right? Over the holidays, I got all sorts of disgusting pictures and videos of just these weirdos, like with inappropriate nonsense. There's some real weird, sick people out there, everybody. Careful on the internet, all right? Now, Fahid, I'm not trying to judge you or anything. That's also not my job. Just keep it relevant next time, okay? I'd be very, very happy to help you with English. All right, but if you've got other problems, I suggest going to counseling or finding some kind of trusted advisor in your life. Anyway, does anyone get hurt if we directly ask, what do you do for a living? No. I mean, someone might have a small job. Do they get hurt if we ask about their job profile? Yeah, so Fahid, stop asking inappropriate questions, please. We're trying to listen here. Okay, yeah, exactly. All right. Okay, Fahid. Well, I accept your apology, all right? But I don't know about anyone else. Anywho, we've got about 2 or 3 more minutes of live streaming time. Okay? So, if anyone has any relevant English questions, we've got a couple of minutes to get it done. All right? Now, let's change the subject. I'm tired of talking about Fahid's inappropriateness. All right? No more. I mean, someone might have a small job. Do they get hurt if we ask about their job profile? Prince, there's nothing we can do to control that, right? I mean, if someone doesn't like their job or if someone's, not happy with their work, there's nothing we can do about it, right? There's nothing we can do about it. So, I mean, if you already know what they do for a living or if you whatever, but that's very, it changes from person to person. It's subjective. So, here's what we don't ask. We do not ask, how much money do you make? Right? That is an inappropriate question. But asking what someone does for a living, not a big deal, usually. And if it upsets them, they'll let you know. Okay? So don't worry about it. I get very hurt when someone is not cooperating. Cooperating with what? What do you mean? But anyway, we're way off track here. Let's just end a couple minutes early. No big deal. Jennifer, more like janitor. I don't understand what that is supposed to mean. But it sounds like a direct insult. And if you continue that, I'll also block you. Okay? I'm not here to have... okay, you're both laughing at it now, huh? Okay. You are blocked. And you are blocked. Okay. Bye, guys. You're not coming back. All right. So I'm not going to accept any kind of nonsense in my language learning community. I'm not going to accept it. So sorry, not sorry. All right. All right, that's it for today, everybody. I thought asking about someone's is impolite. Thanks for the clarification. Asking about someone's income is impolite, but asking about someone's job is not really impolite. No. All right, that's going to be it for today. Anywho, yeah, sorry about all the weirdness. I mean, sometimes you get weirdos in here. So, but they're not coming back unless they make new profiles. But I'll just block them again. Whatever. All right, everyone. Thanks for asking your questions. Thanks for participating. And as always, if you need help with your English, you need needhelpenglish.com. Block. There we go. Did I? Oh, I guess I didn't successfully block them. Yeah, there we go. Now he's blocked. All right, everybody. See you later.